Just be nice and comfortable. Take some deep breaths, nice and slow, to be ready for a meditation with Michael the Archangel. And just visualize white light coming in all around you, breathing it in, breathing it out, so that you are enveloped in this beautiful white light. Just take a few more deep breaths, just relaxing more and more. And Michael says, 7 tones, 7 times. During the tones, feel the vortex that moves around your heart chakra. Feel the vortex as we move into the energy of the circle, broadening the circle within yourself and broadening the connection that you have to each other. Each other defining those moving into the frequency of divine harmony, the frequency of happiness and wholeness. We are Michael, opening and expanding the frequency, 7 tones now. Hold the palms open. Keep the feet firmly planted on the surface of the earth, so that you can stand. We are Michael, burning bright, coming to you from the starlight tonight. We are Michael, choosing to open the circle this evening. We are Michael, standing in the beam of light that is divided through the energies of what you term the heavenly bodies. The moon, the sun, Michael, 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 burning bright. The heart now has the opportunity to receive now the divine frequencies, harmony of divine love, unconditional love. There are many masters standing in this circle this evening, and those masters come to embrace you with their light and share your mastery with your human self, so that you can understand and remember who you are. The unity consciousness continues to interweave in the vibration of chaos and disharmony on your planet, and so there is a weaving and reweaving. There is a coming together and a falling away. And indeed you are experiencing the coming together within the selves and the falling away of the vibrations that no longer are able to coexist with the high energy vibrations you are pulling toward yourself, toward your soul, toward yourselves. We are Michael. It comes in a more concentrated versions when you call it together in a circle, such as you are. We are wiring and grounding your energies on the earth tonight, and so each one of you have chosen to be here this evening. It is part of an intricate base, an intricate foundation. It is part of an accident in the last minute. So some of you came by accident, and some of you feel you're coming through by just holding by the thread. So feel now coming through the third eye as if it were being woven like a diamond needle, coming through the third eye and moving through the throat, coming through the throat and moving into the thymus, coming through the thymus and moving through the heart chakra, coming through the heart and weaving back through the solar plexus, coming through the solar plexus and weaving through the belly, coming through the belly and grounding through the root into the earth. Dear One, Mother of sons that are seemingly unruly, dear One, we speak to you. Open your heart and accept the Spirit within you. Accept the gifts within you. Let go of the wound and the sorrow. Dear One, we are Michael, speaking to you, one and all. The rebel stands forth, bringing the message of change to the planet. Dear One who has been called a rebel, accept yourself for your differences and accept that you bring. Dear One, brother, dear One, sister, we are speaking to you all. Within the message of our tone, reverberating within the heart, hear the message that was spoken to you. We are Michael, speaking through this being, speaking through these wires, speaking to your heart, to the network of light around your planet. We are Michael, and understand that the calling that you begin to hear in your heart for new movement is the calling from the higher frequency, is the calling creating the higher frequency body for you to inhabit. So indeed there is a percentage of you that have begun to inhabit the high frequency body. There is a percentage of you that are seeing the high frequency body in your dreams now. Out of the corner of your eye and in your awareness, and beginning to integrate the high frequency bodies through the chakras. The dizziness that you have been feeling, the nausea you have been feeling, and the inability to eat or drink the food or beverages that you have in the past is the body reacting to the shift in the chakras. Many of you are integrating through the chakras, so indeed you are all creating a body much more fully than these bodies. So indeed you are all creating a body. It is as if it rises next to and begins to dance with you in your dream times and in your meditations. This dance allows the intimacy to grow. So intimacy on a new level is beginning to be understood by human beings. When the dance is complete, the brothers and sisters, circle of light and unconditional love will be much greater than before. Do not despair over the ending of relationships or partnerships that were built in the old days of love. Do not continue to look for one another to make you complete. Rather, recognize that you resonate with the whole. The circles of love will help you to understand this. The circles of brotherhood and sisterhood will begin to help you understand this. So there is a greater ability to love at this time. The vibration of love, unconditional, is with you now. Put aside those fears or the illusions that you will be going through. The old fear body which each human being that has incarnated has had to carry with them. Masters are ones that have removed themselves from the body, such as the Master that you know as the Christ. The death of the fear body is what he showed you in his incarnation as the prophet Jesus. You are, many of you on the planet now, in the process of dying to the fear body and being reborn in the body of unconditional love and light. This creates changes in you. It is not quite like the experience over 2,000 years ago, for now there is an upgrade in the third dimension, as there is in the third dimensional body. So your light body is somewhat dense than his light body was at that time. This density is because this density shift is happening in the material as well. We do not mean to confuse you with this, but your earth is upgrading, so indeed have you been walking in the light body that many of you are walking in now. Over 2,000 years ago, you would be walking much lighter. Do you see? So your earth is shifting as well, and it is less noticeable. So some of your gifts, some of the gifts that are awakening in you, the gifts of mastery of healing, the gifts of mastery of spiritual nature, is awakened and awakening in many beings on the planet now. You may focus deeply on opening the hearts to hope of a better life, a better vibration, and a better sharing from all. You may open to the healing balm of the vibration of unconditional love, for it is existing. You may trust in it, for the more you trust in it, the more you shift to the belief systems on the planet. The lady that is known as the goddess Minerva has come to speak to your group this evening. She has been speaking and weaving within your circle, whispering in your ear about the consciousness and about the beliefs. What beliefs can you afford to throw out now that no longer serve? We are Michael, opening the palms and opening the body. We will ask you to tone together 3 times. During the toning vibrations, allow yourself to release beliefs, to hear them strongly, and then to make the commitment to take the sword of Michael and cut them. We ask you during these tones to let the beliefs come to your consciousness so you can see what it is you wish to release. So you can see what it is you wish to let go of. We are Michael. So now we ask that you speak them from your voice, sharing them in the middle of the circle, so the sword of light and truth can cut in and cut them all from the strands where they are attached to your belief system. Self-doubt, fear and worry, the belief of not being enough, negative thoughts, fear and anxiety or fear or worry, belief of not being enough, of fear of being alone, the belief of lack, the belief that you are alone. Throw them all in so it can be cut away. That's it. Good. That's the one. Now bringing the pointer finger and the thumb together on both hands, opening the palms, asking your body to stand once again. We are Michael. The importance of standing is to have the crown pointing to the top of the circle so that it may receive the sword of light in your body. We are Michael, bringing the sword of light into your body. Allow the sword to burn off or cut off, releasing you from those beliefs that no longer serve. We ask for 10 tones and take the 10 tones through the 7 chakras, plus 1 below and 2 above. Take a moment while this is till it's complete. I am Michael, I am Michael, I am truth, I am light. I am coming to this circle indicates that you are all ready to face the truth on a deeper level. Facing the truth does not necessarily have to be a process that is painful, and yet there will be sorrow, there will be pain. As you look through the shadows into the light, as you look into the light, you will understand disappointment and sorrows from the past. You will understand the deepening sorrows bring to you. It is not to punish or to hurt. It is to open deeply into awareness. It is to open deeply into alertness. You are all warriors of the light. Not the warriors who fights or resists, but rather the warriors who is keenly alert of those vibrations that pull you into slumber, alert of those vibrations that bring you into the lethargy of those zombies that exist on the earth, living not fully in spirit. Without spirit and the recognition of that you are not living. As you become the living word and the living light, you transform into the eternal self. That transference is in progress. This we speak. This is our truth. We are Michael. Celebrate the truth. The truth is not necessarily all shadow. The truth is light. Find the truth within you. Find the truth of your eternal self. Find the truth of the soul that shines brightly within. You saw the creature known as Darth Vader returning through love and acceptance of self, returning to his light body. And so this transference of you takes place through accepting the shadow and transforming it into light. You cannot deny the shadow and have true light. We are Michael burning bright. Michael, Michael burning bright, bringing forth the sword of truth and light. And now Quan Yin. Quan Yin. We are Quan Yin, stepping into the garden. It is time now to create gardens. It is time now to nourish and create the garden within your heart. It is time now to share that in circles where you will, you are moving into a great time of transformation on your planet, and you will continue to see the shadows rising. Do not be alarmed by the shadows. Recognize that if the shadows are rising at the pace they can currently seem, then the light is also permeating on a much deeper level. Those shadows that raise, those darknesses that come to the surface because the light has a great grip on the surface and on the depth and deepest part of the human psyche. The light has a great grip on the cell in every living thing on the earth. And so the light begins to take and create a new foundation. As was said earlier by our brother Michael, each one of you takes a stand this evening that you use to create a new anchor, a new foundation. Remember, you exist in a dual world and you are still ruled by a dual nature. The physical nature is ruled. The spiritual aspect that you become more and more infused within your sway. Ask yourself, the one you allowed to have a greater sway has the greater sway or vibration. Allowing yourself to receive the light and recognizing yourself as the light is something more that can be achieved by each being on the planet and each and every being in this circle tonight. We are Quan Yin, just as the flowers begin to bloom, the flower vibrations in the heart blooms, the lotus opens in the 9th chakra. So you are receiving energy vibrations now in the 9th chakra. So you are receiving energy vibrations, and those of you who complain of the headaches and are feeling the headaches as if they are dots or microbes all around the skull in different areas are experiencing an activation of the 9th chakra. This we say, it is unfortunate that it has to be painful for the physical, but it is not the pain that is meant to be in that space, but rather the deepening, which is what is supposed to be happening at this moment. You just go deeper into the pain, and through the pain you will recognize that you are anchoring on a deeper level. The 9th chakra has the ability to flower in a way that the 8th or the 7th chakra do not have. The 9th chakra has the ability to flower not only in the higher dimensions, but to actually grow in those dimensions at a greater receiver and transformer. You will be heard much more clearly by us, and we will be heard much more clearly by you. So you are opening to your channeling ability. Do not be frightened of them. They will continue to grow as you receive more information. In some of you, this creates an irritation now in this moment. The irritation can be physical. The irritation can be emotional. It can be nervous system. So you will find yourself jittery sometimes or nervous. This means that your ability to seek guidance and transform that guidance into material form is increasing. We repeat this. You will be transforming into material form in many ways, depending on who you are and what your gifts have come to you. Some will continue to give counseling in ways or guidance. Some will be using the information that's coming through the 9th chakra in physical inventions and creations of work. and some will be using it in the financial aspect of the earth and bringing greater love into the buying and selling of goods or financial commodities. We are Quan Yin, speaking of the garden. The ninth chakra transforms abilities of your talents, and it activates them and amplifies them. Talents that are connected to your spiritual guidance and to the greater good. So when these talents are utilized in the world through the loving and giving heart that you are experiencing this evening, through the opening of this particular moon, when this is done, then those activities will be extremely amplified, and those talents. So there must be a loving graciousness and giving and sharing of these talents. That loving graciousness must not be one that comes through the logic of the mind. It must come from the loving giving of the heart. Yes, we are Quan Yin. We ask you to see the elongation of the petals at the top of your crown. It reaches in some cases 20 to 30 feet high. That is the activation of the ninth chakra. You all have a shot of taking this fully in, so we will explain it to you. Many of the chakras appear in the etheric body as wheels or spheres. You would imagine them spinning outward from your body. The crown chakra spins above them on the head like a disc. From the top of the skull from 6 to 10 inches. But the ninth chakra expands out, creating like the prongs on a crown of the petal of a flower that goes upwards. The ninth chakra has the ability to embrace the universe, to embrace the wholeness and to share in other galaxies beside this one. And so the petals of the ninth chakra allows you to start to transform into wholeness, something that could be transformed before. This will make sense as you move in the world, the long and the short of it, that love and light will be more material. Love and light will be more visible. Love and vibration of unconditional love will be beginning to be the element that is transforming. This is much like the manifestation of mana, the manifestation of material, now through the form of your opening of the ninth chakra. Will be a manifestation of a high vibration. So without spirit and recognition that you are not living. As you become the living word and the living light, you transform into the eternal self. This is our truth. So we are Michael. Celebrate the truth. Find the truth within you. The truth is light. Find the truth of your eternal self. And when you saw the metaphor envisioned through the movie Star Wars, you saw the metaphor of the dark force transforming into light. You saw the creature known as Darth Vader returning through love and acceptance of self, returning to his light body. And so this transference of you takes place through accepting the shadow and transforming into light. You cannot deny the shadow and have true light. We are Michael, burning bright. So Michael, Michael, burning bright, bringing forth the sword of truth and light. And we bring forth Quan Yin now. So Quan Yin, just as the flowers begin to bloom, the flower vibration in the heart blossoms. So you are receiving all these beautiful any vibrations in this ninth chakra. So now remember the message of the flowers. They will continue to speak because the flowers have so much divinity in its being. It was gifted by spirit in the physical form, was created with the blueprint of the divine. So we are Quan Yin speaking from the garden, and we're speaking to you about the power in the garden. The garden is a gift brought into the third dimension by the hearts that are willing to share love, by the hearts that are willing to be open in joy, bringing the vibration of energy to you, bringing the vibration of joy, bringing the vibration of unconditional love. The mice of shadows, the mice of disorientation, the mice of garbage on your planet are being cleared. The cat prowls and releases and chases down these shadows. You are drawing into your circle tonight many angels of vibration that can move into the earth through your animals. So there will be many animals, angels coming into your lives and around you. Support the animals that come into your lives, whether they come into the physical form or they come into the etheric form. The animal vibration comes in like a legion of light to support the transference of physical world into light world. We are Quan Yin, speaking to you of the garden. Trust in this and look for the love in the animal vibrations that begin to open hearts. More animal messages will come from groups of animals on your earth, and those messages will cause an ache in some of you as you see the distress in their physical life and form. And this distress will begin to unlock some frozen hearts, causing a deep ache that will be deep, and sorrow will activate the alertness of your soul. Speaking still from the garden, remember that illusions that exist will become somewhat thicker before they pass and drift away. The reality no longer serves for it in your being, and this will clear your vision, allow your vision to see clearly to the divinity of all, whether they suffer or they are twisted in their activities. Through the divine, and in that vision you will understand that all is perfect and that perfection is being released as you release the perfection within yourself. Letting go releases you from the lower vibrations and causes the blooming and the ascension within your being. The ascension for those of you in this 15-year period is not necessarily one where you would leave the physical body. It is an ascension of the heart and soul within the body, thus changing the body and releasing the body from the disease. We are Quan Yin, speaking from the garden, offering you the power of the flower and the message of the brothers and sisters from the plant kingdom, for they are the divine beings of the plant kingdom. We are Quan Yin, and we also are Michael, saying farewell for now. I hope we have enjoyed our time tonight as much as we've enjoyed being with you. We thank you, we bless you, sending our love to you. Namaste.